What would happen if the lights suddenly went out tonight? No electricity. No internet. No refrigerator. No phone chargers. No television. For most modern families, even a few hours without power can feel like a crisis. But for thousands of Amish families across America, living without electricity isn't an emergency. It's everyday life. While entire cities scramble during blackouts, Amish communities often continue their routines almost unchanged. Their homes remain lit. Meals are still cooked. Animals are still cared for. Children still play. And life moves forward much as it did the day before. But how exactly do Amish families live through power outages that leave modern neighborhoods struggling? And what can their way of life teach the rest of us about resilience and self-reliance? Today, we're stepping inside the Amish world to discover how they prepare for the unexpected and why power outages barely disrupt their lives at all. Let's begin. The first thing to understand is that most Amish families don't depend heavily on the public electrical grid. This doesn't mean every Amish household is exactly the same. Different Amish communities follow different rules. Some allow limited technology. Others are far more restrictive. But many Amish homes are designed to function without the conveniences modern families consider essential. From the beginning, Amish children grow up learning practical skills. They learn how to cook meals from scratch, how to preserve food, how to repair tools, how to care for animals, how to work without electronic devices. These aren't emergency survival skills. They're simply part of daily life. As a result, when a storm knocks out power across an entire region, Amish families don't suddenly need to adapt. They've already built their lives around systems that require very little electricity. And that makes a tremendous difference. One of the first challenges during any blackout is darkness. Most modern homes become nearly unusable after sunset. People search for flashlights. Batteries run low. Candles are dug out from forgotten drawers. But Amish families have long-standing methods for lighting their homes. Many use oil lamps. Some use kerosene lanterns. Others may use propane-powered lighting systems. These lighting methods are maintained regularly because they're part of everyday life. Children know where lamps are stored. Adults know how to refill them. Spare fuel is usually kept on hand. When evening arrives during a power outage, Amish homes don't suddenly become dark and chaotic. Instead, lamps are lit much as they have been for generations. The warm glow fills kitchens, dining rooms, and living spaces. While the light may be softer than modern electric bulbs, it provides enough illumination for reading, sewing, conversation, and family activities. In many ways, the atmosphere becomes calm rather than stressful. Imagine trying to prepare dinner when your electric stove suddenly stops working. Many families immediately turn to takeout restaurants or fast food. But during major outages, those options may not be available. Amish households often rely on alternative cooking methods. Wood-burning cookstoves remain common in many communities. These stoves can heat an entire room while simultaneously cooking meals. A single fire can bake bread, simmer soup, heat water, and warm the house. Some homes also use propane-powered appliances. Others cook outdoors when weather permits. Because these systems are already integrated into daily life, cooking continues with little interruption. Fresh bread still comes out of the oven. Vegetables are still prepared. Family meals still gather everyone around the table. For Amish families, food preparation doesn't stop when electricity disappears. In many cases, it barely changes at all. One of the biggest concerns during modern power outages is refrigeration. People worry about spoiled food and wasted groceries. Amish communities often approach food storage differently. Many families practice canning. Basements and root cellars may contain shelves filled with preserved vegetables, fruits, jams, and meats. These foods can remain usable for months or even years. Root cellars naturally stay cool because they're built below ground. Potatoes, carrots, onions, and other vegetables can be stored there for extended periods. Some Amish households also use propane refrigerators or other non-grid cooling systems. Because food preservation is already part of their culture, they aren't as dependent on continuous electrical refrigeration. Their pantries serve as a form of built-in emergency preparedness. Long before the power goes out, they're already prepared. Winter power outages can be dangerous. Without heat, indoor temperatures can drop quickly. Pipes may freeze. Families may need emergency shelters. Many Amish homes rely on wood-burning stoves for heating. Throughout the year, families cut, split, stack, and store firewood. What appears to outsiders as hard physical labor is actually an investment in future security. When winter storms knock out electricity, Amish homes often remain warm because their heating source doesn't depend on the grid. The fire continues to burn. The stove continues to radiate heat. And family life continues largely uninterrupted. This preparedness comes from planning months in advance. It's a reminder that resilience often begins long before an emergency occurs. Power outages can create transportation challenges. Gas stations may close. Traffic lights may fail. Electric vehicle chargers become unusable. The Amish are famous for traveling by horse and buggy. While some Amish businesses use permitted vehicles driven by non-Amish drivers, many daily transportation needs are met through traditional methods. Horses don't need gasoline. They don't need charging stations. They don't require functioning power lines. As long as the animals are fed and cared for, transportation remains available. During severe weather events, this independence can be surprisingly valuable. When modern infrastructure struggles, older systems sometimes prove remarkably reliable. Perhaps the greatest reason Amish families handle power outages so well has nothing to do with technology. It's community. When storms damage property, neighbors help rebuild. When illness strikes, meals are delivered. When a barn burns down, entire communities gather to raise a new one. This spirit of cooperation extends to everyday challenges as well. People share tools, share labor, share knowledge, and share responsibility. Modern society often emphasizes individual independence. The Amish place enormous value on mutual support. During emergencies, this difference becomes clear. Problems that overwhelm one household become manageable when an entire community works together. Most people aren't going to abandon electricity. And few would want to. Modern technology provides enormous benefits. But Amish communities offer valuable lessons. They remind us of the importance of practical skills. The value of preparation. The strength found in community relationships. And the wisdom of not becoming completely dependent on any single system. A stocked pantry. Backup lighting. Alternative cooking methods. Strong relationships with neighbors. These are lessons anyone can apply. You don't have to live like the Amish to learn from their resilience. The next time a storm knocks out power in your neighborhood, consider what life might look like for an Amish family living just a few miles away. While others search for flashlights, they light lamps they've used for years. While others worry about cooking, they prepare meals on wood stoves. While others wonder how long the outage will last, they continue their routines much as they always have. Their way of life may seem old-fashioned to many outsiders. Yet during power outages, it reveals a remarkable strength. Not because they have more technology, but because they've learned how to live well with less of it. In a world increasingly dependent on electricity, the Amish remind us that resilience isn't found in wires and power lines. It's found in preparation, in skills, in family, and in community. And perhaps that's why, when the lights go out, the Amish world keeps moving forward. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning about Amish life and hidden traditions that most people never see, Be sure to subscribe and join us for more fascinating stories from beyond the Amish world.